What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. We got some big news in boxing right now. The unification fight, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Let's talk about it. So, Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. That fight has been signed and it's set to happen either in late December or early January is what they're saying. Even if it happens in February, the fact that it's signed, that's the big deal. We have a chance to get a 4-belt champion in the heavyweight division. Even Lennox Lewis wasn't a heavyweight champion with 4 belts because there weren't 4 belts at the time. So this is big time news. Tyson Fury, who is about to get a money grab real quick, fighting against a guy who, well, while he has a great reputation in the UFC, is just not a boxer on the professional level. And just like Tyson would have problems with him in UFC, he's going to have problems with Tyson. But it's a money grab for both of them. I can't hate on Tyson for doing that, but I was frustrated that that was being prioritized over this undisputed championship, or at least so it seemed. Now that we got it, I'm just grateful that as a fan of the sport, we're going to get to see it. Tyson Fury, in many people's eyes, is the best heavyweight on the planet. And he's proved that with his skill, more so I would say even than his resume. Tyson Fury has tremendous talent, ability to slip in and out, keep his head on a swivel, which makes him a tough target to hit. He can control distance with his incredible reach, which is well over 80 inches, and his 6'9" height makes him very, very difficult to deal with in the ring. He's a guy that doesn't have tremendous power, but he's so technically sound and precise with his punches. He hits you with punches and bunches, and he can do damage and bring fury to you and put you down, as we saw him do to Deontay Wilder. His 2 most notable wins come against Klitschko, when he won 3 belts at the time, but then was stripped of those due to inactivity, due to some problems he was having outside the ring, which gladly he worked through. Then he went on to fight Deontay Wilder to get that WBC strap that he holds now, and in my opinion, clearly won all 3 fights. I didn't need to see all 3 of them personally, but fans for sure wanted to see him, no doubt about it. The first fight was a draw with Deontay Wilder, and the only reason I think it was a draw is because Deontay dropped him, and they wanted to give Deontay Wilder the benefit of the doubt as the guy that had the belt. But from the fight I watched with my own eyes, Fury gave him a boxing lesson every round with the exception of the one he got dropped in, and he got up off the canvas and commenced to continue the boxing lesson. And the second 2 fights are just unquestioned, in my opinion. So Tyson Fury proved what he had to prove against Wilder. He beat Klitschko, and he's been that guy for a little while now that many people think is the best. I think we all thought that the undisputed title fight would probably take place between him and Anthony Joshua, which would have been a big mega money fight, and still could be regardless of belts, but would have been even huger had it took place between them two, especially over in Europe, since they're big time over there, even more so than they are in other places. But nevertheless, we got what we got because Usyk did what he did. These are 2 Hall of Fame boxers you're going to be watching when this fight takes place. They're saying that it should take place either in late December or January. Even if it's February, we're getting what we're looking for because we need to see who the best heavyweight is. As they say, as the heavyweight division goes, so does boxing. So finding out who is the best heavyweight in the world is something we need to see. And Usyk has an impressive resume of his own. A guy who is an Olympic gold medalist and then came pro and hasn't lost in the pros. Was undisputed 4-belt champ in the cruiserweight, just under heavyweight, and has come up to heavyweight to beat Anthony Joshua twice and claim those belts to now be in a position to fight Tyson Fury for undisputed. If he does this, he will join Terrence Crawford and Inoue as guys who, well, Inoue has a chance to go undisputed in a second weight class, and he'll probably do it. I'm getting ahead of myself. But Crawford has done it, and Usyk could be next if Inoue doesn't beat him to it. So this is a big-time matchup. They're both highly skilled boxers. Usyk has good footwork, in my opinion. He's got a chin, very accurate, huge amateur pedigree and pro pedigree. And Fury's got a lot of that going for him too. The big discrepancy is going to be height. 6'3" for Usyk, 6'9" for Fury. But when you know how to work the distance, if Usyk can get in there, stay close, don't allow Fury to keep it at a long distance for that reach that Fury has, it could get interesting. I do think Usyk has a better chin than Fury. We do know Usyk has some weaknesses to the body. We've seen AJ kind of rattle him there, and we saw this last fight where people thought Usyk lost, but the ref said it was below the belt. The body shot hurt him. And maybe it hurt him because it was low for him. But regardless, we know he can be susceptible to pain there. But his chin, I think, is more solid than Tyson Fury's. Both these guys are tacticians in the ring, great boxers, and warriors. And when this fight is over, which it might take more than one, we'll know who the best heavyweight in the world is. And whoever wins will probably retire, in my opinion. Especially if it's Usyk. I think that's his game plan, to call it a day. I'm so glad this fight's been made. I'm going to talk about it more and give my predictions later down the line, but let me know what y'all think. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for the heavyweight undisputed championship of the world. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. Catch me on YouTube, Instagram, at the Vault JMU414 on X, and TikTok as well.